Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Worlds is back on the menu, folks. So let's talk about the big news from Atomic Mass Games regarding the World Championships for 2025. Yes, you heard me right. The World Championships for 2025. This applies to all of the Star Wars games and also Marvel Crisis Protocol. So big news. If you guys are new here to the channel, I talk a lot about Star Wars games. Be sure to, and tabletop games in general, be sure to click that subscribe button. Make sure you enter to win that new $25 Amazon gift card giveaway we're doing right now. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. I typically announce winners to those giveaways at the end of my videos. This one's going to run for through next week, so you have a little bit of time. So you have all of this week and next week to enter to win that one. I typically run them about 2 weeks at a time, and then sometimes I run bigger giveaways, and sometimes I run giveaways in Patreon and in Discord and all kinds of stuff like that. All right, enough with the admin stuff. Let's just jump right into the news. There's a new Open Worlds Championship coming in 2025. Open Worlds Championship. Now, look, there's a whole lot to dig into and talk about this, but I want to start off just talking about the facts, and then we'll eventually get into the speculation. So, I've got the website up above me. They shared this, and it's funny that they shared this yesterday, right after I was making a video. I was talking about Armada in yesterday's video, and I was talking about like, oh, you know, I don't know why they, they're not going to have worlds, and it's going to be hard for things, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's not going to be as hard as it seems because they're going to have worlds. So the timing was wonderful. All right, so March 26th through 30th, Adepticon next year. It is no longer going to be at Chicago. It's going to be at the Baird Center in Milwaukee. So you can. Yeah, and apparently they're gonna have more room there, so that's cool. I'm probably not going, but I'm gonna try. If I can't get a hotel that's walking distance, I'm not gonna make it. It's just how it is. All right. Anyway, I'm an old man. I have to take breaks. I have to be able to go up to the room for a little bit and like catch my breath and then come back down. If I can't do that, I don't go. So that's just how it is. Getting old is better than dying, but it's not that much better. All right. So let's go ahead and read this review. It says, Atomic Mass Games is excited to announce, in partnership with Adepticon 2025, our series of World Championships for all our games, including Star Wars Legion, Star Wars X-Wing, Star Wars Armada, Star Wars Shatterpoint, and Marvel Crisis Protocol. Cool thing about the way that that's worded, it does kind of leave the open for other things too. It just says including these games. Now, I'm not going to read too much into that because I don't think we'll have World Championships for some brand new game. But, it's I like the way that they're wording stuff. It's good stuff. It goes on to say, World Open Championships bring the pinnacle of competition by inviting any and all players from across the globe to come and compete in a series of heats to earn a spot in the World Open Finals event that takes place Saturday and Sunday of Adepticon. At the end, a single world champion will emerge from a crucible of some of the most intense gaming over the 4 days at Adepticon. Players who wish to take on this challenge and claim the title of World Open Champion will first need to earn their spot in the World Open Finals by making the top cut in one of the 2 World Open Championship qualifying heats. Alongside our new Grand Tournament system, the World Open Championships continue AMG's commitment to bring exciting, high-level competitive play opportunities to the widest field of players worldwide. More information on World Open Championships and all of the other incredible events players can participate in at Adepticon will be revealed as we approach the official launch of Adepticon 2025 registration later this year. Until next time, Atomic Mass Games signing off. So there's your announcement. So that's, as matter of fact as it can be. Now, a little bit of history, why this is a big deal. If you haven't been keeping up with the news, they recently, earlier this month, announced that, Worlds were going away and being replaced sort of with the grand tournaments, like store tournament kits were just going to be store tournaments, not store championships. The significance behind Worlds going away was that they were getting rid of those Worlds invites, those invites that gave you first off the chance to go to Worlds, but a lot of the higher level tournaments also gave you like fully paid invites, including like your airfare and hotel and accommodations and stuff like that. And so, and I think that's really, I'm getting into speculation here. That seems to be the main change. There's other changes too, to like the whole tournament system, the whole organized play system. But I think this is a great way to go. What's great about this is it means, let's say you're a fantastic player and you just didn't win your store championship, or you just didn't win your, that the LVO or whatever it was you went to, and like maybe you placed second and didn't get that Worlds invite, and maybe you're a Worlds quality player, and now you can't go, and maybe you had a list that it could have went either way, it came down to a die roll. You could have been World Championship caliber and just didn't quite make it. Now you can go and play in those heats and earn a chance in the finals. And so, like, that's really cool. I'm curious. It doesn't say exactly how many players like will win each heat and carry over. I don't know if it's only going to be like the top 2, or if they're going to cut to like a top 8 cut. So maybe if you're top 4 in the first heat, you get to go. I'm sure like details like that will kind of carry on. But yeah, so that's pretty cool, and I like the concept of just having a big open tournament. Like, come on down and play and have a good time. I think it's a great way to do it. It still allows the World's tournaments to happen. It still allows them to navigate those seasons. Like, hey, March to March is like this year of this game, and then come April and beyond is time for rebalancing and points adjustments and new content and all of that stuff. So, you'll still get, splatterings of new content throughout, but this is a big deal. And also the Worlds players, I had said something when talking about Worlds where I misspoke, and I had said something around the lines of like 99% of the players were American anyway, and that was not accurate at all. So I take ownership of that. The point I was trying to make was that with the grand tournaments, giving players around the globe, and not just players in the United States, opportunities to have similar types of competition, I thought that was one of the possible good sides of having grand tournaments everywhere else. And so this way you don't have the majority of them in America, to where you maybe get a disproportionate, representation of the community, because when you have a tournament that's really far away, only those who can afford the travel can compete. So you don't always get everybody, but that's going to always be the case with tournaments. That's just the way they are. The people who cannot travel cannot compete. They might, the best player in the world might be unable to travel for numerous reasons, but that's always going to be the case. But I think with having grand tournaments in a wider variety of location, that will have, some level of recognition. Probably it'll be a good feather in your hat to win a grand tournament. But I think they all matter more now that there is also a Worlds. I think if there would have been only grand tournaments and not a Worlds championship, then it might have made the grand tournaments feel a little bit more stale. And so you're still going to have a store. It's not called a store championship, but you're still going to have the store level tournament. It's just not going to have the Worlds invite, because Worlds is now an open. The weird thing about this update is the timing, and that it came much after all of the other news. I find that a little bit weird because of the fact that we had like this huge gap of time where we thought Worlds was dead and Worlds was gone, and what is AMG doing? And there was a lot of people saying that AMG listens to the community, and this was a direct response to community feedback. I don't know if that's actually accurate. I do think that they're listening to the community. I definitely think that they heard people's outrage, but I am definitely sure that if this is in partnership with Adepticon, that this was not a very spur of the moment, oh my gosh, the community's mad, let's make a deal with Adepticon, because the deals like this don't happen overnight. This had to have been part of the plan all along. The timing is the part that it is confusing to me, because why it did this not come out at the same time as everything else, I wonder. We'll probably never know. I imagine there's all sort of like, got to cross the T's and dot the I's and wash your socks, all that kind of stuff that has to happen. So they had to have clean socks before they could make this announcement. That's my guess, because I did leave them a voicemail that says, hey, bring back Worlds, please, and don't forget to wash your socks. So clearly they're listening, and I'm sure everyone at Atomic Mass Games has very clean socks as we speak. So No, this is good news though. I'm happy, even though I haven't not participated in Worlds. I still like the fact that it exists. I like that there is, a global stage for these games where everybody gets to come together. And then there's a little bit of healthy, competitive trash talk throughout the year. I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Empire's won Worlds the last 2 years in a row. We're going to see some nerfs, things like that. So I think it's exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing what new announcements happen, what kind of new swag and prize support we get, and hopefully the new venue in Milwaukee will prove for a even better tournament than last time. Maybe I'll even be able to go this year. That'd be awesome. But probably doesn't happen. Look, if any vendors are looking for like a booth person or whatever, I'd love to come work for you and help justify the tremendous cost of traveling across the country and staying in a hotel for 4 or 5 days. It's not cheap, and YouTube doesn't pay well. So, all right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pretty good update. Short video today. Just wanted to talk about this and all the good things. So I guess we'll learn more as time goes by. But this is good news. It's good news that they are bringing Worlds back in a different. Just a different design, but still the same spirit. So, and it's gonna be open. Everybody can go. I think this is a win-win. The only people that don't win with this new setup are the folks that were going to win, like, Nova or one of these big level tournaments and get that free trip to Adepticon. Those folks. So there's a handful. There's probably like 12 people out there that are like, shucks, I don't get my free all expense paid trip to Adepticon. And I'm like, okay, well, that's probably a lot better for the majority of folks. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I would love an all expense paid trip to Adepticon. That'd be awesome. Who wouldn't, right? All right, well, hopefully, hey, with any luck, maybe I'll see you at Adepticon next year, and we'll have a good time. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are out of this world and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. So say we all. The spice must flow. And always wash your socks.